I had no expectations going into this, and I can say I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't love it, nor would I watch it again. This movie, for me, felt like the second movie in a trilogy. We get thrown into a world that clearly has already dealt with numerous experiences, either with kaijus or worldly events, issues. They are clearly very aware of these metahumans and the Justice Gang, as they are called in the movie, by Guy Gardner. They clearly have built up a relationship which we are just once again getting thrown into. Now, I don't really have a problem with this. It's a bit fresh, it's a bit different than the origin story, but once again, I feel like this is the second movie, not the movie that you want to build your entire world on. I liked Lex Luthor, I liked how he was calm and collected for the most part, but then when you start to get into the pocket dimension, we'll get there eventually. Over the 2-hour runtime, I feel like Superman wasn't, I guess, super enough. He spent most of his time losing or on the ground. A good majority of the second act, he was stuck in a cube on the ground, not doing anything. The movie starts off with him flying and crashing into the ground. And there's a few scenes at the very end of the movie where once again he's laying on the ground as Mr. Terrific makes fun of him. Nobody respected Superman. From the Justice Gang to Krypto, it felt like nobody cared or he wasn't Superman. I don't know. The Justice Gang didn't even need him when they were fighting this dimensional imp, and they brushed him off when they were fighting the kaiju. And speaking of the Justice Gang, and I'm only calling them that because that's what Guy Gardner said in the movie, too many characters. From the entire newsroom of characters, to the Justice Gang, to all the villains, and Superman himself, Krypto, it was all over the place. You had no time with a certain character or certain group of characters. Like I said, you were just jumping everywhere, one scene after another. The pacing was all over the place. And my god, the soundtrack was terrible. As soon as the movie introduces the pocket dimension and they start actually utilizing it, you instantly lost me. You have some Rick and Morty pocket dimension where Lex Luthor is storing his ex-girlfriends and monkey trolls to troll Superman on the internet, on social media. I don't know. It was, like I said, you completely lost me there. I sort of had a feeling that this was James Gunn going after internet trolls or whoever is going to give this movie a negative review or receive it negatively. That's kind of just how I looked at it. Overall, like I said, I don't hate the movie, but I certainly didn't love it. I thought it was funny seeing Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. Was it necessary? No, probably not, but once again, it happened. A lot of people did not like Krypto. I personally didn't mind him, but he is a terrible dog. And the way I look at it is, if Superman can't control a super dog, what the hell else is he actually going to be able to do? This review is all over the place, but going back to Superman, there were scenes, numerous actually, where he was just screaming at the top of his lungs or yelling or freaking out and losing it, whether it was the interview with Lois or when Lex Luthor took Krypto. That was definitely not the Superman I wanted to see. A little bit more stoic, a little bit more controlled. I don't know, like he just felt a bit childish at moments. But I will say, when he was saving people, when he was fighting and winning, I enjoyed it for the most part. I have no issue when Superman is doing heroic things and saving people. I think that's fantastic, and there's definitely a couple of those moments in this film, but it's surrounded by what feels like Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy humor, because it's James Gunn. You have this insanely bloated cast with a ridiculous storyline, which could have been good if it was taken in a different direction. Superman's parents leave him with this message on his ship. His ship crashes, the message gets lost, or part of it gets lost. Lex Luthor is able to decode the rest of the message, and it turns out that his parents wanted him to essentially enslave all of Earth, spread his seed, create a harem. They did this harem joke over and over again, and James Gunn confirmed it. He's like, yeah, we changed the lore so that could happen. If they would have done it like Lex Luthor created a smear campaign, some fake news to get the public against Superman, along with the troll monkeys, as dumb as that was, I could at least get behind that idea. He's creating this narrative to destroy Superman, but that wasn't the case. The message his parents left was the definitive message that they actually meant to give. And that was Superman was to rule over the earth as a god, as a leader, and essentially kill anybody who doesn't align with his belief. It was a major lore change. I don't think it was a good one. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about Superman. I can't recommend this movie until it comes to streaming. I would not say go out and spend your hard-earned money on it. Unless you really like James Gunn and you think that there's some potential here, all the power to you. If you did enjoy the movie, fantastic. If you hated it, fantastic. I feel like I'm in the middle somewhere here, where it's kind of just a meh, kind of dumb fun, but when you really start to look into it and break it down, it gets rough, and it gets rough really fast.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be... Where's the dog? Ugly dog and king.